What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Cornerstone Students Podcast. Today we've got a fun one. I think it's a little different. We're not answering any questions, and Lucas and I, we are not going to do a majority of the talking because we've got a guest with us, Jack Tate. What's up, man?
Nothing much. It's going pretty good today.
Yeah, there's Jack, and I'm here with Lucas as well, like I said. Lucas, say hi to the people.
Hello.
So yeah, like I said, we're here with Jack Tate, and this is a little bit different of an episode. We want him to just to talk about his life. Yeah, so we're just going to say, Jack, go, and he's just going to talk. No, we've got a little bit of some questions prepared, and we'll guide it a little bit, but Jack's an awesome dude. He just graduated Marion High School, so he's been there, and then he also has been a part of Cornerstone Student Ministry since he was in like middle school.
I've been going to Cornerstone ever since I can remember.
Yeah.
But I've been active in tribe and stuff since like 8th grade, freshman year.
Nice, yeah. So a long time. I've known him since I started working here, and then Jack's also, let's just be honest, this guy's a decorated and field. Yeah, decorated. Track and field, cross-country runner. I hate running, so I envy you a little bit because I think it's cool. Runners are cool, but I just can't get there. I've tried. But yeah, and just all in all, Jack's a good dude. One of my favorite people, and I'm not saying he's my favorite student. I'm just saying that he's one of my favorite people. I love the dude. He's a good dude. So we're just going to get into a little bit of it here, and I'll just start with some early faith stuff, just past, present, and yeah, Lucas, why don't you take it away? I know that you had some stuff that you wanted to ask him and get into.
Sure, yeah. So, everyone sees the achievements and the social media posts and maybe even a surface level version of you, but in secret, there's a real version of us that only God can see. There's a version of us that experiences joy and grief and anguish, and only God knows that true version. And we can't ever know that version of you fully, but we've gotten to know you and your story over the years. And so we want your classmates and friends and some of our Cornerstone parents to know who you are. So with that, let's start with this. How about an icebreaker? What's a guilty pleasure you have that not many people know, or you'd be semi-embarrassed to share, but also it's like a little funny? Like, do you listen to Taylor Swift music when you practice running, or like is your favorite color secretly like blush pink maybe?
Yeah, I'm gonna share two because
Let's go.
I'm giving you guys two. They both relate to running, but usually before my race, the night before, or like the morning of, if it's like an afternoon race, I'll eat a little pack of Skittles maybe, or like a little pack of fruit snacks because I think it helps me. Other people disagree, but I think it helps me. And then also Rihanna before the race.
Rihanna. Okay.
Not quite Taylor Swift, but Rihanna.
Okay.
Yeah. She's a little cooler than Taylor
just,
Swift. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like you feel like the Skittles, or what was the other one?
Or like a pack of fruit snacks or something.
Just like improves your time by like a little bit.
Absolutely,
okay.
It does.
Interesting.
Maybe
that's my issue. I hate Skittles.
Try it.
Maybe that. Yeah.
Gets a little sugar rush from the Skittles and fruit snacks, and then you get like that mental rush from Rihanna. Yeah, that's funny.
Well, my other issue is also I just don't like to run in general. You think that could be it?
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. Do you think I lack in speed because I hate every second of it,
or is it not having Skittles?
Yeah. That's funny.
So Rihanna, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Favorites? I don't know a lot of Rihanna off the top of my head.
For running, and before the race, Shut Up and Drive, definitely.
Shut Up and Drive.
Yeah.
Sounds aggressive.
Well, have you ever seen have you ever seen like Wreck-It Ralph for cars?
I have.
Well, they play that.
I know this song then.
Yeah, you know the song that they play when they're in like the volcano thing, and she's like just learning how to drive, going out. That's it. That's the song.
And they do it in cars. So you just like channel Lightning McQueen and take off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love it.
So it's like subliminally, this song has been in your life, and now you're using it to propel you in running.
Yeah.
Wow. Lightning McQueen.
Nice.
That's funny. Well, I do like Skittles. I've never I mean, I'll just be honest. I wasn't much of an athlete in high school, so that's like, I didn't have like a pregame ritual because you'd have to actually like participate and be somewhat good to have that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yeah. I played, but I'd never thought about, hey, how can I be better? I was like, no, you just kind of suck. So yeah, we're talking about sports, I guess, and talking about running since those were your two things. Tell me a little bit about like how you got into running. Like, where did your passion come from? When did it start?
I started running in like 3rd grade, I think, and it was with my dad and Ella and Noah all ran, which Ella and Noah are my siblings, and they all ran. So I was like, okay, if they're all running, I guess I have to also. And 3rd grade in Creel Springs, my Adams school cross country coach had a little summer running club that he had, and we ran there every day for a summer. And then after that summer, I was like, okay, this is like what I want to do, because I was all right at like ball sports, but I'm not the most coordinated. So, you know,
we've played 1-on-1 a couple times.
Yeah, and who wins? Yeah, you win. But yeah, I wasn't very good at the ball sports. So I had a decent amount of speed on me, but I mean, I was in 3rd grade, so not much.
You're probably still faster than me in 3rd grade.
I don't know. Yeah. It started there, and then I moved on up to junior high, and I started getting into track a little bit more than cross country, because even now, like, track is definitely in my strong suit. Cross country is all right, but I prefer the shorter distances. But I started really getting into track 6th grade year, and I was doing all right. And then I didn't have a season 7th grade year because of COVID and stuff. And then 8th grade is when I really like fell in love with track and cross country, because in 8th grade, my Adams school team, it was only me and my buddy Evan on the entire team. It was just us two. And we were doing pretty good. I mean, at the regional, he got 4th and I got 5th, and then we both qualified for state in junior high, and then we got to state, and it was all right. We didn't do too good, but it's okay. And then track that year is when I found out that I was going to be running the 400, and that's one of my main events even now. And I started running that a lot, and that's like when I like knew that that's like what I wanted to do for like years to come and stuff. And I won't get into high school just yet, but really the love for the sport came from like the people around me, and like mainly my dad, because my dad didn't run in high school, and I think that he kind of wishes that he did, but my dad's been running ever, like since he was like in his 20s, and he's in his 40s now, and he loves it. It's his like one of his favorite things to do. But it came from him and the people around me, and I'd say it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me, because it's helped me so much.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I think you and I are more alike than I thought. You said you liked the shorter distances. I prefer short distances as well. Much shorter than what you're talking about with the 400, but yeah. What's one of your favorite like track cross country stories of all time?
Well, ones that can be shared.
Yeah, of course.
Ones that can't be shared. Okay. I'd say my favorite story from track happened yesterday, actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was
fresh.
Yeah, we had sectionals yesterday, and I came into it ranked 10th, and my PR for the outdoor season before that was 2:01.3, I think. And state qualifying was 2 minutes, 0.7 seconds. So I was about half a second off from qualifying for state before the race. And I got to the race, and I was running it, and then I finished, and I ended up getting 2nd overall with a 1:58.2.
Let's go.
So I qualified for state by over like 2.5 seconds, and
wow.
And it was a 3-second PR, and Like that's God if I've ever seen it right there.
Extra Skittles.
Yeah,
Or God.
Extra
Or God
Skittles,
as well.
extra
Yeah. With cross country, I don't know if I have any cool stories from cross country. I don't.
We've already established that's
that's just like
it's just something extra.
It's
just like Lucas, you had like some questions about. I know that you've talked to him a lot about like your injury history and things like that, and I know Lucas has kind of helped you through that a little bit because Lucas has had his deal of injuries in sports as well. So, what'd you have like with that you wanted to talk to him about?
I mean, I'm not just going to talk about myself, but like I injured my arm going into college, and the plan was to play college baseball, and that just didn't work out for me. And I was honestly chasing it for probably like 3 years and didn't have a good reason to be anymore. And so like a lot of these things, these questions that I would ask, like were questions that I kind of had to run into myself. So like the first one I have is when you were injured, like did you ever consider quitting, bowing out, saying I don't want to do this anymore?
I don't think I ever considered quitting because like before, like I've loved running my entire life. Like it's not something that I could like give up right there. Like it was even to the point where like there was a few times that I did run while I was injured just because like I couldn't stand not running anymore. And I think one of the times was like I was running on my treadmill. It was like 2 months after I broke my leg, and it was up in Ella's room, and Hayden and Ella walked out up there, and I was so happy. Like I was like, I'm running. I feel great. I'm running. And then as soon as I stopped, like I felt like I couldn't walk. And that's when it like hit me. Like I couldn't, like I had to take like a long time off from running. It was just, I didn't know how I could cope with it. And actually, I might tell the story on how I got injured because that is a funny story.
Yeah, do it.
For cross country. I was running around the football field, and I was running with the soccer guys because they were doing their little warm up around the football field, and there was those big like blow up football dummies to the side of it.
I know where you're going with it. I remember this.
Yeah, and there's that big football dummy to the side of me, and I was talking to my soccer buddies, and I was like, I'm gonna go kick that. and so I ran over to it, and I jumped up, and I like it was a pretty cool kick. Like
it's fun to kick. I know. Yeah. Jump up like 2 feet, kick that thing sideways.
It's such a guy thing to do to be like, I'm gonna kick that.
Yeah, I mean it looked like something straight out of like Karate Kid, and then I kicked it, and I landed on my left leg like sideways, and I heard a big pop, and then I went to the doctor, and I probably not the best, but I did not tell the doctor on how I did it. I told him that I was running around the football field and I stepped wrong, and that's what I told my parents too.
So this is the first time they'll hear of a different story?
No, they heard about it 3 months later at the cross country banquet when my coach asked me how I broke my leg in front of the entire banquet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so I went to the doctors, and they thought that I tore a tendon because of the story that I told them.
Oh,
and
that's not good.
Yeah.
Messing up the diagnosis.
Yeah. Big mistake.
Where lying goes wrong.
Exactly. Yes. And so they sent me to physical therapy for a torn tendon. And so they were like scraping my leg with a broken leg.
Dude.
And I asked them, I was like, is it supposed to hurt this bad? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, all right. And it was one of the most painful things I've ever had to go through. But exactly, again, that's where lying gets you.
Yeah.
And then 2 months later, I had my follow-up appointment, and they took another x-ray, and that's when they found out that I broke my leg, because when they took the x-ray the first time, it was just a bunch of like micro fractures, so they couldn't quite see like the break. But then they saw it, and yeah, then I was out for like another 2 months after that.
Wow. It took I was thinking about it when you said that you wanted to run so bad that even when you were injured you'd want to, and I was like, man, that's somebody who really loves running, because I will use like anything as an excuse to not. Like I think of like times where I'm like, I think I'm gonna start running. Beginning of the year, I'm like, I think I'm gonna start running. Then you get up in the morning, you're like, oh man, I got a sore back from last night. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll give it another week or so.
I mean, even sometimes I feel like that. Like there are days that it is the last thing that I want to do.
That's awesome.
Like
actually.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Like people think that I love running every day. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some days where the hardest thing to do is just put the shoes on. Well, once you get out there, it's all right.
That's cool. Yeah. That shows you are human. You're not a robot. That's cool, man.
So how did these injuries affect your faith? What did that look like?
So usually you're like your high school year, like your junior year, that's when like colleges really start like looking at you. That's when they can talk to you. And that's usually like the prime like recruiting year. And that's when I got injured, was my junior year. And so I was like relying on my junior year of cross country and track to like get my name out there and stuff. And then when I got injured the summer before my junior year, it's like all like hope was lost. And like I thought that there was like no chance that I would be able to do anything with cross country my junior year and stuff. And so with that, I felt like I was lost. And like there was like nights where I would just be sitting in my room like praying to God, like why could that have happened to me? Like, and I felt like my whole future depended on that, which I shouldn't have thought that, but that's like where my mind was then, was like my whole future depended on that season, and now it's just in the trash can. And so I'd be like praying to God like to heal, like help heal it faster or something like that. And I think that the injury like it grew me further from God at the start of it, just because I was like so upset like that it happened, and I was like so just in a pit, and that might have been like the biggest pit of my life, because there was other things too. But when I started like healing and starting to get back into running, and then my relationship like grew even further, grew with him like more, because when I was injured, that like gave me some more free time and stuff, and so then I was able to like get closer with him and stuff, and like read the Bible more. And I think honestly, like even now, I think I needed that injury, and because I don't think that I would be where I am today, because I think that injury showed me that my life isn't just based around running. Like it's God too. And I just think that there's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that's good, man. Yeah. It kind of in that time reshaped your priorities a little bit.
Yeah. It definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something that you mentioned in there, and you may repeat yourself, but there's that question when something bad happens, like it's an injury or there's just some sort of inconvenience in your life, and we always want to ask, because we want to know, why did that happen? Why did you allow that to happen, God? And so I was just kind of like, what did you hear? We all kind of hear different things when we ask that. When you say, God, why did that happen? What did you hear? Or what do you see being the result of that question? Like, is that answered for you?
Yeah, I think I just heard him telling me to wait, and that's what I needed. Like, just wait, and I did wait, and I had to, and because of that, my priorities were reshaped, and I got closer to him from waiting, even though that's not what I wanted to hear in the moment.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough spot to be, the wait.
Yeah.
What is there to wait on? That's all you could have done at that point. Well, that's good. So I know you kind of covered what you learned about God and yourself during that season as well. I think we're kind of getting into our future stuff. If there is any like present stuff that you wanted to hit on as far as getting to Cornerstone or anything like that.
Yeah. No, I think so. Let's go ahead and jump into future. Like, what do you got? what do you got planned? What's college look like? What are some goals, some aspirations you have, and what's already in place that you're about to go do?
Yeah. As of now, I'm planning to go to SIUE and study kinesiology there, and I'm gonna go there for 4 years and then go somewhere else. I don't know quite where else yet, and then go get my doctorate in physical therapy somewhere else. So I got 6 years of school.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time.
Wow. You can do it.
Yeah,
I believe in you.
I was gonna try and run for SIUE, but their rosters are already full, so I'm not gonna be able to run there. And I would try and run somewhere else, but right now I'm going to SIUE for free, so that's
sweet.
That's nice. And if I did run somewhere else, I don't know if that would be the case. So if a roster spot opens up, I will be running for them, but as of now, I'm not.
Nice.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, whenever you think about like your future and even like post college, like, are you filled with nerves, any kind of like anxiety or worry with that, or are you just like pretty content and like ready to just take it on?
I'm pretty happy with it. Like, ready to get my life started and stuff and everything like that. Like, I don't know. I definitely felt it with high school. I was senioritis hit me the first week of school. It was bad.
Yep. So more than anything, you're like, yes, finally done with high school, on to the next thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. I do have one question, and this is one that we want to ask, like anybody who comes on, any student, that kind of thing. So you've been involved in the student ministry pretty heavily. You've been to camp with us. You've been here many of us Sunday night, Sunday mornings, served countless times here at Cornerstone, and just done a lot. And I just want, like, what's your take, and like what's one reason of why you would tell another student? So maybe someone who is already a Christian, maybe someone who isn't yet. What's one reason you would tell another student to either get involved in their church's youth ministry or to get involved in their church?
Well, when I was kind of in a boat where like I didn't want to come to Tribe, like I didn't know anybody or anything, and then Ella got me to come a few Sundays, and then I started making friends, and I really liked it. And then once I started coming a few times, I really like saw that there was something here and everything like that. And then the one thing that I could like encourage for everybody to do is come to Fuge. Like, the impact that Fuge had on my faith and me as a person is insane. Like, it's being surrounded with that many believers for like a full week. It really shapes your whole faith, and it's amazing.
Yeah, Fuge is awesome. So quick promo. Fuge is going to be June 29th through July. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's awesome, dude. Fuge is a great week, and I'm with you. If you can do anything, go to Fuge, because I think it's just one of those weeks where you get to put everything else aside and put the rest of life on pause and say, hey, God, here I am. What do you have for me? Something that we should all do better at in our day-to-day lives, but you know how that goes. You know, life gets busy and that kind of thing, and we forget. But yeah, Fuge is just such a great week. I love it too, man. Yeah, I think that's all we've got question-wise. Thanks for coming on here and just talking, man. And
of course.
You've got a gift in running, and make sure, and I just want to encourage you, like, man, just keep using it for the glory of God, and don't forget that that He's the one who's gifted it to you. So yeah, and I'm proud of you, man. Let's do something. Let's wanna pray for him.
Yeah, this wasn't planned, but let's pray for you, and then anyone who's listening can join in with us on their own time.
Absolutely.
So God, I just pray that you would be with Jack. I thank you for how you've grown him and how you've loved him, Lord, and that he's listened and he's cooperated with the hardships of life, and it's not turned him away from you, but it's made him love you more. I just pray for Jack and his future, God, as he goes off to essentially start a new life, Lord, that you would just put a bubble of protection around his heart and mind, from all temptations, from all desires that aren't from you, God. Would you just bless him with friends and a church family at SIUE that love him, that push him closer to be like your son, Jesus. Use Jack how you've used him here, Lord, to serve you, to love you, to share who you are with other people. We ask this and we love you. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. And I echo all that, man. Well, awesome stuff. That was fun. I know this won't be the last time we talk, so it's not like goodbye, but it's goodbye to the podcast, people. So thanks for listening. As always, make sure you share it with your friends and let them know that Jack Tate was here. All right. See ya.